It's me, Jimothy, folks, hello. Empo versus Triangles here, both of these players in the previous round coming off a win in the lower bracket, evading elimination, because in the lower bracket, a loss means you're out. But now they face off against one another. Will they survive again? Well, one of them has to leave. Isn't that the case? Of course it is. A Milo lead is interesting, can be a good option on defensive teams, as a way to not get owned by Tyranitar Salamence turn 1. Turns out to be Hypnosis Milo. Could it be a bit more aggressive team from Triangles than I initially expected? Milo sometimes sees use on Magneton offense, and a way to get a bit more momentum out of it is with Hypnosis. Missing a second Hypnosis as Skarmory continues to make layers. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is rough, but lands finally. Wonder if Triangles has a Spinner or a Magneton. I feel like maybe you just go Magneton instead of risking Hypnosis. It's actually Hydro Pump. So a very aggressive Melodic. Usually a hyper defensive Pokemon. But with Hydro Pump and Hypnosis, it is going in an aggro direction. And great Ice Beam. Suppose it was a 2-hit anyway. It's more accurate. So no reason to Hydro Pump there. But it happens to catch a Celebi incoming. And Celebi's damn low. Celebi's supposed to beat a Melodic, but we're rewriting the history books here. We're going to heal. Let's see. No, just get rid of the Celebi. Don't even heal. This Milo is dead to rights next time it comes in on these 2 layers, but by gosh, it's done some damage early on here. Gengar reveals Hidden Power Grass. It's a Camel from Triangles. You love to see it. Imagine this. Didn't go for the HP Grass there, but an Earthquake is pretty good too. That's 45% on an incoming Swampert, not bad. Gyarados has a clean entry into Swampert, of course, shrugging off a Hydro Pump, which has done measly damage. Aerodactyl enters, and Aerodactyl outruns Adamant Gyarados after a Dragon Dance, but not Jolly. So we'll see what kind of Gyarados we're looking at here. Triangles is indeed forced out by this Aerodactyl, but Metagross comes cleanly in, taking 20, and stepping on spikes as well. Regrettably. It's mixed Metagross, chunking incoming Swampert for 52%. That is incredible damage. So Empo has been quite caught off guard so far by this team from Triangles, but at the end of the day, 2 layers are up, and the surprise value may start wearing off. We'll see. Triangles goes for Double Edge there, maybe expecting, I don't know, honestly, Swampert. Metagross comes in on Empo's Aerodactyl Double Edge. Tyranitar switches into a Metagross. That's not usually what happens. But I suppose it's not bad because this Metagross is mixed and is therefore known to be slower. Empo tries to maneuver in Swampert, maybe earn more chip healing, preserve Swampert, which is a low health Pokemon at the moment. And Empo's Aerodactyl is still able to offensively check Gyarados, denying it from sweeping with Dragon Dance because it is, of course, faster. And there it does a Double Edge, eliminating the speed boosted Gyarados. Metagross going to punish the Double Edge lock-in. Empo happy to bring in Tyranitar, and actually got a great outcome there on a Psychic. It's probably what he was trying to catch last time, but took a Meteor Mash to the face instead. And this Salamence does not have leftovers, but it is Dragon Dance, and just faints. Yeah, that tends to be what happens. Maybe he was hoping that he bluffed mixed Salamence, because that was a prior unrevealed Salamence, but Empo just stayed in Ice Beam to turn out to be a physical Salamence. That Body Slam crit is not irrelevant, but Skarmory is sleeping, and do remember that Skarmory got pretty lucky dodging all those Hypnosises earlier. Just punch the thing. Triangles is kind of out of steam. There's Snorlax. Maybe it gets pretty lucky with Paralysis. It gets a Paralysis right there. Does it have Earthquake on it? We don't know. Earthquake and Focus Punch is generally not common. Going for a Focus Punch and a full para is dire. It could have happened, but didn't this time. And Empo successfully eliminates Snorlax. There is not much left. A slow Metagross that can mash this Tar, but then it's easily Revenge KO'd, and I believe Aerodactyl just comes in and clicks Earthquake for the victory. So it looked good for Triangles early on, but the surprise value wore off, and Empo weathered the storm. And with a pretty solid Skarmory Spikes build, has kind of stopped this funny Camel team in its tracks. Not a bad Camerupt build. I like the aggro melodic lead on it. Yeah, just a simple explosion to end that one. There's many ways to end that particular one, but here we are in game 2. Empo up a game against Triangles. A Skarm exit on turn 1 and a Moltres earning some momentum for Triangles early on, forcing out this Skarmory, I would assume. Triangles trying to earn that, take advantage of that momentum by getting his own Skarmory on the field to get layers up as soon as possible. And it does get the first layer. It is a dance of spikes. Whoever gets the first layer up does have a bit of an advantage. Oh, but Empo with Thief Skarm, a lesser seen Skarm set, but I love it. Stealing leftovers is enormous. Taking away Skarm's chip healing, and Empo just going to try to match these spikes. Maybe allow a Molt in or something. I'll just get roared out, but no damage to an incoming Salamence, who is immune to spikes, of course. And what do you know? It is Flamethrower, probably. Or could be mixed Salamence or defensive Salamence with Wish Protect, who often runs Flamethrower. Looks like it's a mixed Salamence with Flamethrower over Fire Blast for more accuracy, a valid option. Taking a Toxic there is rough, but that's permanent damage to Skarm. Skarm is never healing back, and a Dragon Claw there has just done enormous damage to Moltres. Another one will KO. In comes a Jirachi to try to thwart that. Successfully coming in on a resisted Dragon Claw. Can protect here if it has it. It might not. Exits to Flygon, in fact. Unfortunate crit there, but not too much of a big deal. Flygon can heal that back, and Triangle's probably going to protect, yes. But Empo takes the opportunity to get Skarm in and match the spike. The final spike. Almost looks like Superman from Triangles, just with two grounded, being Tyranitar and Jirachi. Wouldn't be surprised if the final Pokemon on Triangle's side was a floating Pokemon. Often Flygon resembles such a thing. At the same time, you could use a water type, Triangles. We'll see what you got. So far, I think Empo is happy just because that Thief on Skarm is so huge. And we'll see if Empo has a spinner, maybe a Claydol. Be enormous. Nothing revealed yet. Triangle's trying to reveal stuff with these roars, but just switch it in the same Pokemon every time. Blissey will heal, as Moltres probably just roars it out again. Triangles takes the opportunity to get Tyranitar in on the heal turn. Maybe it has Pursuit. Or is it a physical Tar? We don't know. Looks to be a physical Tar. I was thinking maybe it's Pursuit Tar with Focus Punch. But no, just a regular old physical Tyranitar, evidently. And we're going to successfully roar it out, dodging a Rock Slide in the process. Moltres now forcing it out, though, but Blissey can keep coming in. Blissey vulnerable to roar, and there it is. And as I said earlier, there is indeed a Claydol, so a simple Rapid Spin here will remove all of this progress Triangles has worked so hard for. But Empo doesn't do it. Does not do it. Maybe wary of a Gengar in the back, which is definitely possible. Looks like a Superman build so far. And now Triangles goes Gengar. On the spin. Beautifully played. Representing no Gengar with that stay in. Empo. Oh, that was a ballsy stay in on Moltres. Just a turn earlier when you have Gengar. because that rapid spin puts you so behind. But now Claydol is extremely low after taking that massive HP grass from Moltres. Empo tried to get ahead of it with that Psychic first, but Triangle's on top of it. Knew it was coming. That might have brought Triangles all the way back. Because even though Skarm is low, I think that these spikes are staying up. If Claydol is also so low. Claydol's at like 29%. Was it 29%? It's going to have trouble ever clicking Rapid Spin. You got to hope you don't bring it in with Roar, because that would be awkward. It would actually be able to potentially Rapid Spin if it gets the play right. That's a risk to these Roars. You're not bringing it in so far, though. Bringing Tyranitar in. What kind of Tyranitar are we looking at? Could be anything. Just going to go for a punch. You get Toxiced on the way out, which is actually quite bad. You do eliminate the Skarm, but it was low anyway. And Tar Toxic, that could have been one of your more important breakers. Especially for the Jirachi. Going to sacrifice the low health Moltres. Hard to make use of it. Or switch it in ever again, I suppose. Triangles is pretty insistent that this Tyranitar is going to exit. And Empo also thought that Jirachi might come in there, going for an Earthquake. Now Flygon just goes for a simple Earthquake. Triangles can probably just bring in Gengar. It's actually interesting that... Yeah, it's actually Drill Peck, so bringing Gengar in is unsafe. I was about to say that Thief could chip down Gengar, but... Flygon. Actually not terrible into Skarmory, chipping it down ever so slowly. Unfortunate Drill Peck crit, but... Not the end of the world. Flygon can heal this back. It can. But yeah, this Skarmory does not have Protect on it. So its healing capability is pretty limited compared to a general Skarmory you would expect to see. A standard Skarmory. So Flygon just clicking Rock Slide against this. Not bad. It's got a flinch chance on it. It's slowly bringing Skarm down and doing more damage than Leftovers heals. And without Protect Chip healing for Skarmory, I don't know if this 1v1 is very good. That being said, it's not working out too great for Triangle so far. Not many flinches. A Drill Peck crit in the mix. And great Roar on the Jirachi switch. Triangle side. Kind of feeling what Triangles wanted to do there. Get out of the Flygon while it was still struggling. But you've created a nightmare for yourself now, roaring in Gengar, forcing out Skarm, and there's a Will-O-Wisp, which is going to apply a bit of pressure to Blissey too. You're going to see Taunt. It's possible that Taunt is the last move, although I would probably expect Thunderbolt. But sometimes Gengar drops Thunderbolt. Tyranitar crucially living this Ice Beam. And Blissey is in a terrible spot. Can't heal. And is stepping on so many spikes in a moment. Rest Tyranitar is crazy. Rest Chestoberry. That is the highest value Rest Tyranitar I've ever seen in my life. And I think I've seen Rest Tyranitar. Maybe Arctic I saw use it. But that is very rarely seen. And that just healed from 5% to 100. I thought the whole time that was a Lum Tyranitar. That's what you would think. Rock Slide Rest. Jirachi eliminates Claydol. No chance of spin. No chance of spin. Well, that Tyranitar is going to seal Blissey's fate pretty easily. I wonder if it's faster than this Metagross. Flygon certainly is. And Stab Earthquake probably gets there. You do have to be wary about a Skarmory entry. Does Triangles get ahead of it with a Gengar double? I could see that. I could see that. Here's Skarmory. Didn't risk it. Did not risk it. You could probably just go straight to Gengar, although Drill Peck is a possibility too. Or maybe Triangles doesn't mind this 1v1 now. Flygon's healthier. We can go again. Go for the Rock Slides. It's low damage, but there's a crit. There you go. Makes up for the Drill Peck crit from earlier, certainly. And the flinch on top. Flygon should be favored here. The only issue, I suppose, is PP. Rock Slide has 10 left. It could be worn down. Not getting the good end of it. A couple misses. You can't complain too much after the crit flinch only a moment ago, but even before that, the luck wasn't great in this particular 1v1, despite, I would think, favored odds with, like, flinch chance and being faster. And Triangle's in the chat commanding Flygon. He says, Flygon, kill! Flygon is not listening to his trainer right now. This is Vagar and Amond from House of the Dragon. Vagar with a mind of his own, going against the wishes of the Dragon Rider. Failing to land Rock Slide. Flygon, you gotta do better than this. This is such an awkward situation. No flinches ever, and another Drill Peck crit. It's a high chance to flinch, and the amount of misses, it's only a 10% chance to miss. Empo with the spikes on the protect there. We're in PP preservation territory when you start doing that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Skarmory is just 1v1ing a Flygon. This is rough as guts. Bring Tyr in on the Drill Peck though. Bring it in. Tyranitar can do it. No? Back to... No, I'm not finished with you. Come back in, Flygon. I am not finished with you yet. A flinch finally came. And there it is. And we have it. I don't think Flygon has many rock slides left. How many left? 3 left, but right when you need it. A flinch back to back. That earns you some chip heal too. What an awkward position. But Skarmory is getting low. Another flinch. 1 rock slide left for Triangles. Gets the flinch on the final one, but now you can't rock slide anymore, and I'm pretty sure Empo is... Oh, wow. Went Gengar, maybe expecting Roar, which could roar in Tyranitar for the rock slide follow-up, but Empo went for the straightforward Drill Peck. And I'm Wisp miss. Blissey can heal now. Unless last move is Taunt. That Wisp miss was... It is Taunt. It's no Thunderbolt. Empo knew it. Went for the Ice Beam. Down to the damn wire. Tyranitar is well positioned. An Earthquake KOs. Gonna dance. Gonna dance. Blissey can't Thunder Wave or anything. It's taunted right now. Okay, so... We don't know if this outran Metagross or not, but now it certainly does. Skarm is going to fall to this rock slide, assuming it lands. Alright, go Metagross once for the road. Maybe try to chip heal Skarm up. Is that your plan? Going for something. Yeah, you could go Skarm here on the Earthquake, chip heal up a bit. Is Triangles on top of it? Doesn't feel the need to risk anything crazy. Just rock slide again. Yeah, I mean, Metagross will fall to the spikes. Why risk it? Dance again there. That was bold, actually. That was actually very bold. The dance again was almost a... That was a statement of dominance, almost. That was quite a dragon dance. Wow. And Triangle's getting the awkward game. But I think the game-winning move was the stay with Moltres in the face of Claydol, getting crucial chip damage on it, and then blocking Rapid Spin with Gengar after that. Pretty much sealing Claydol's fate right there. That was very good, and that pretty much carried Triangles to victory. And Triangles now made this into a Game 3 situation. Not going to go down without a fight. Zapdos Salamence. Empo with a sub. It's a physical Salamence lead. Generally, it's mixed Salamence. Well, it could be mixed Rock Slide. We don't know, actually. But Snorlax means I'm more inclined to say that's a physical Salamence. Probably a physically leaning team with a Snorlax on it. Whoa, Triangles went for the Earthquake. Maybe expecting a Baton Pass out to Metagross or something, or Tyranitar. Oh dear, now goes for Body Slam, saying, alright, we're not... You're not exiting like I thought you were. You're just going to chip me. Which does make sense. Empo probably wants to beat down Snorlax. If this is a special offense thing, which it could be. or if you just want to make way for other special threats you may have. It could be spikes, could be anything. Triangles reveals Breloom, who comes in on Thunderbolt. Triangles... Oh, went for something crazy there. A Focus Punch actually just gets HP iced. That is unfortunate. Went for something nuts there. And a crit just to end Snorlax's life. It's Brian Griffin, the Houndoom. Probably slower than Zapdos. This is... This is an absolute Zapdos moment. Is Zapdos just going to win turn 1? Triangles in the chat said, I think you're about to win with 1 mon. Not quite. You did get rid of the Zapdos, but Empo does have 5 more Pokemon, and I believe Gengar will simply Ice Punch this Salamence. Rough one. Rough one. And a freeze is just comedy at this point. It didn't matter. It was over. But oh yeah, went for the comedic Ice Punch, thinking Salamence comes in on the actual move, but no. It's like a weird Gengar set actually. Maybe no T-Bolt. And a simple Ice Punch will end it. The unfortunate last game there. Would have liked to see a bit of a closer one, but I think Triangles. It's a bit of a Zapdos weak team. With Snorlax as your only reprieve against Zapdos, that can have problems. And there was a bit of luck here, but I think you were already way behind from the Earthquake play. Wasn't a bad play. Often they batten past a Metagross or Tar or something on expecting Body Slam. But that was what did it, I think, was the Earthquake play. Allowing Zap to just get huge chip on Snorlax, who was the only Zapdos answer. And then Gengar afterwards, it just adds up. Well, thank you for competing, Triangles. Going out with a bang here, bringing Camerupt, bringing this interesting team, giving it a go, and some beautiful gaming in the second game of this set, of course. And congrats to Empo for progressing. Catch you later, folks. It's been Jimothy, and have a wonderful tournament.